Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of I've already said your favourite podcast before. I feel like I'm running out of interesting ways to say hello, but sup, Keely? How you been, girl?
I've been honestly doing so good at the moment. I know that I've said a few times this season that things have been a bit rough this year and the last 18 months or so, but things are looking up. It's been a lot more of a positive experience in the last couple of weeks. I'm feeling super inspired coming off the back of Jazz's episode, which came out last week. If you haven't heard it yet, definitely go back and listen to it. It was definitely motivating, but I just felt really my heart felt wholesome. I don't know how to describe it. Anyway, I just loved having her on, and I think she just gave me a bit of a refreshing boost of energy that I needed going into this second half of the year. It's July, end of financial year. Everyone go get those tax returns. I sound old talking about tax time. Anyway, moving on from that. Feeling really good at the moment. Lots of exciting things are happening, especially within the podcast. We've got some new guests line up. Ash and I just had a little bit of a business meeting over Zoom with an international guest. That makes her sound so bougie.
Makes her sound exotic.
I was going to say that. She's international. No, but we just came off the back of that, which is really exciting.
I'm so excited. I feel like there's some good things brewing in the slow cooker. In the cooker, there's some things cooking up for you guys. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a check-in kind of point with you guys and just a bit of a chit chat. It's actually nighttime. We're usually recording in the morning, but we thought we'd just kind of touch base and just see what the vibe is, how we've been going. But yeah, Jazz's episode was amazing.
Speaking of which, it was a very lengthy episode. For any one of our listeners that are a weekly listener, listen quite often, we'd love to know, what is your ideal length of a podcast? Usually we hit that 25-minute mark, but this is the longest one we've ever done. Bit of a commitment to listen to, but so worthwhile. But I'd love to know what kind of length works in your day, what works in your routine. So definitely drop us some feedback if you have any.
I also want to preface that for Jazz's episode, I feel like it really has a lot for everyone. I am someone who does not fall under that category, and I have taken so much of her wisdom and knowledge and advice, and I feel like but yeah, no, I definitely feel like, why do I always say that?
I definitely feel like, I'm keeping that in.
I always say that, don't I? I was editing an episode the other day.
I feel like for me.
I feel like for me. Oh my gosh.
Every time.
Annoying.
No, but I know what you're
That's
saying.
That's going to become our new inside joke. What was the old one that we used to say all the time?
It was we used to say religiously.
You still do.
No, shut up.
You still do. You're bad with that.
It's just a really bad habit, and there's nothing else in my vocabulary. It's like a space villa. Wait, I can't speak.
Space villa?
It's a space filler for my brain to have a second to think about what I'm about to say next.
No, I think the space villa does make sense, because I feel like you just park your brain there in the villa and then you're like, this is me done for the day.
Space villa.
Anyway, guys, we're delirious. We're so tired, but we thought...
Oh, no.
We thought we'd come to you guys in our delirious state and just chat. Oh my god, Keely, are you okay? She's literally, when you're silent laughing, that's her right now.
Oh my gosh, I can't breathe.
Oh no, I snorted. That's fucked. Okay.
See, okay, you can just have just as much fun and laughs with your long distance best friend, even if they're on FaceTime staring at you in your bed at 10 p.m. at night. Oh my gosh, I can't breathe.
That makes me sound like a creep. I'm at the foot of the sleep paralysis, but it's just Ash sitting at the foot of your bed every night. Okay.
Oh, I hate the thought
guys,
of that.
Let's get into this episode. Does anyone have any instant tea? Anyone? It's just me, Keely. Anyone got any? Just say, yeah, dude, I got some tea.
We gotta put in our music though. Pause please for music. This episode's just 20 minutes of me laughing deliriously.
Keely, be professional. Dude, okay, get your shit together.
Okay, fine.
Alright,
no,
instant tea, go.
No, you.
Mine's shit this week. Okay, so I am a lover of dad jokes, and anyone that knows me in real life knows that they're pretty they're pretty fucking bad. Like, they're not funny, they're not entertaining, they're just side-eye worthy. Anyway, but I love them. Like, I think I'm the funniest person on the planet. So, my tea for today, I went to go get my nails done for the first time in a while. I was feeling cute, feeling fresh, wanted to have some self-care. And you know when you are sitting there getting acrylic, I love how a few episodes ago I go, I'm done with acrylic nails, they're so fake, and then I literally just went and got them again. Anyway, so I went and got acrylics again, because I am not a woman of my word, and I'm sitting there, and you know when they glue the hell along, like they're like 7 inches. Wait, 7 inches a lot. Wait, yeah.
A couple inches.
I was thinking of something else to compare it to.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, how much is 7 inches? I know how much 7 inches. Anyway, so not quite 7. And she asked me how long I want them. And you know when you're sitting there and they're like, you know, you can never wipe. You can never wipe yourself with nails like that, like they're cooked. And so I said, you know, she went to go get the scissors and hold it there to kind of say like shorter, longer, whatever. I said, no, I like this length. I really like them. And she just looked at me like the deadpan, the way she just looked up and looked at me. And I just was like, oh, I'm just kidding. I was like, I'm actually, like, I'm not, like, please
Trying
do
to make
them
a funny joke.
a lot shorter than that. Anyway, I was trying to be really funny and I just thought, oh, read the room. I was like, that was really bad. Anyway, I thought I was funny, but then after I got that stare, like, she looked through my soul, dude. It was so awkward.
Isn't it the worst when you make a joke and like somebody just does not understand the humor at all? I honestly, that top 10 embarrassing moments.
I feel like you've definitely experienced that, haven't you?
It can be embarrassing. No, definitely. I feel like sometimes I've made some badly timed jokes and I just go, oh, why did I say that?
I'm just bullying Keely today. But anyway, so like I said, my tea is very boring and very lame, but yeah, that was a bit awkward for me today.
My tea this week, I don't want it to come across as a dig, especially to any of my close friends that are listening to the episode right now. Ash is looking at me with wide eyes. No, okay. My tea is that I don't know whether I just have a severe phone addiction and I'm just available 24/7 and that's the norm to me, or if everybody has just dropped off the face of the planet. Like, I get that we're like, you know, a lot of people working full time and, you know, coming out of uni and like we're all busy. Like, I totally get it. But I just feel like I answer my friends so fast. If someone calls, I'm like, hello. There's no 5 business days between text messages for me. But I don't know what's going on, but there's some people in my life, I just don't hear from them anymore. And I honestly, across the board, I feel like it's happening for a lot of people now. Like, I don't know if we're all just very overwhelmed by the amount of technology that we have. This is something I think we might talk about in this episode today, just as a bit of a segue for a conversation. But I just feel like I can't get a hold of anyone anymore. And I don't want to, like, I don't know, I don't want to make out that people should be available to me at my whim, like, answer me, I'm more important than your job.
Answer me,
Answer me,
slave. Why are you not answering whenever I demand? No.
Literally.
You are a very accessible person. I feel like you're very, like, Keely gets that ding and she's like jumping across, she's flying mid-air through the room. But no, I have to agree with you. I feel like, you know what? Not to say people are lazy, but people are lazy.
I feel like, not to say it, but they are.
They are, no, but you know.
No, but I think for me, it's a really hard fine line because I'm just like, what's a normal amount of time to reply to your friends or like have your friends reply to you? And then what's like a normal amount of time to be like, I'm pissed at you and I have to confront you about it now. Like, it's just, I feel like we're the first kind of generation to go through this era of having like all this social media and stuff. Like, we, you know, Instagram came out when we were like, I don't know, year 6 or something like that. Like, we are kind of like the first people to go through this. And obviously, like, as the years have gone by, technology just keeps getting more advanced. We're more accessible. We got watches, we got iPads, we got laptops, we got PlayStations. Like, if my boyfriend doesn't reply to me, I know that I can get on my PlayStation and be like, hello, are you there? Why aren't you on your phone? Answer me.
How dare you have alone time without me?
How dare you be speaking to the voice? No, but it's true. Like, there's so many ways to contact people these days and it's so easy to just get onto them. And I feel like it's just getting it is getting worse. It's getting harder to run away from your phone. But I don't know. I'm just kind of like, what is an appropriate time for people to reply to you? Because I feel like there's a really fine line between your your low maintenance friendships where you can pick up where you left off and everything's fine. You don't need to talk to them every day. Like, that's absolutely fine. There is a fine line between that and then just like friends that are just completely dropped off the face of the planet. They don't talk to you anymore. They don't reach out. And I'm like, at what point do you cut it off or stop reaching out? It's honestly, but it's like, in my head, I'm like, it's not just one person. It's honestly everyone. And I'm not sitting here being like, oh my God, none of my friends like me. Like, they all hate me. Like, I know for a fact, if I show up at their door, I'm like, I come down to Sydney. I'm like, hello, you're not replying to my text message. No, that's really bad. No, but like, I know that none of my friends are like ignoring me, but everyone's just so busy. But it's just like, I feel like there's been a shift in the way that people use social media and like communicate now. And it's just like, I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm just living in a different world, but I'm just so like, I'll reply to you, I'll call you, like, la, 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 la. And everyone else has disappeared from their phones. And I'm just like alone by myself on Instagram. I don't know. What do you think?
Yes. That's my catchphrase, Keely.
Every single time. I'm like, Ash, come back. She's like, yes.
Yes, I'm still here, everyone. Okay, so I think... No, I understand what you mean, but can I also say, like, going back to the episode that we did with Jazz last week, and she talked a lot about how people are starting to focus on their inner health and find ways to better themselves, because I feel like for ages, remember, we were in COVID lockdown, so I feel like people started to feel like zombies. We were so oversaturated, like, when TikTok first came out, I feel like people were trying to break their cycle of going on TikTok as much. Same thing with Instagram, like, Instagram... I feel like it's slowly making a comeback, but it was super dead there for ages.
Oh, I thought Instagram was going to be gone for a bit there.
In my position, I am often reachable with my work hours because I use my phone for work. So when I get home, I don't know. We also, like, I feel like a lot of people are working with devices, like computers and stuff like that. So I think it's nice to be able to come home and switch off. And I personally like not being super accessible at every single stage of the day. And it's like, if I have to take like a day or two to get back to you, it's not the worst thing in the world, I don't think. I don't know. But then there's a fine line. Like, if your friend is trying to catch up with you and be like, hey, like, let's make these plans, or if you're like avoiding any social interaction or like just general questions, or if you're midway through a conversation, I feel like that's a completely different story. But if it's just general, like, oh, I've sent you some TikToks, or like, I sent you like something random, like that doesn't need your attention or really a response, I feel like that's very valid. But yeah, I don't know. I do understand. I find like,
oh, this is another thing that I kind of want to talk about. It kind of comes into casual friends versus low maintenance friends. But I don't know about you, but I feel like people just across the board, it's like plans have become optional. And I like, obviously that they are, but like, so say like me and Ash next week are like, yeah, let's go out for brunch on Friday next week. I feel like in the olden days, but like quite a while ago, like if you make plans with a friend, you show up, right? Or like if someone has a birthday, you show up. Like, you know, that's just the way it is. But for some reason now, it's almost like, you know, you plan something, especially if it's with a big group of friends and you've made a Facebook event, people just don't show up, or like they don't tell you that they're not coming. It's just, I don't know, it bothers me. And my mum and I had a conversation about this other day, like when we were younger, like you'd get a cute little invite, not to say like someone should be giving me a physical invite, but like you'd get a paper invite to go to someone's birthday, or like even like wedding invitations and stuff like that. Obviously they still are a thing, but like it was always like you RSVP and you tell people, yes, I'm coming, or no, I'm not. Like it's the polite thing to do, right? I feel like now you make a group chat, nobody replies to you. You don't know if your friends are coming. They'll tell you on the day that they're not coming anymore. Like, I don't know. It's just like, it's like people don't prioritize a plan, and if something better comes up, they're just like, no, like fair enough if you're feeling sick or something important pops up. So fair. Like, I'm not saying like you can't cancel on people, but I just feel like every single year it's getting worse and worse and worse. And it's not just me like having that happen to myself. It's like I notice it happen to other people, and I always feel so bad, like especially birthdays.
People are cancelling plans all the time. My birthday was in March, and I've got girlfriends that said, yes, I'll be there, like birthday dinner, whatever it was. You know, last minute, cancelled, not coming, sorry, this happened, whatever. Oh, let's still do something though, we'll catch up soon. That is then, I am not in a position to then reach back out to you and to beg and to be like, oh, like, let's hang out, let's make plans. And I've got some great girlfriends that are just more like of the casual friends for that reason. We could be so much closer, but because you don't make the effort, I'm then not going to go, oh, like, you know, love me, talk to me, like, let me go super far out of my way to make plans with you and continue to keep asking. You should then be, like, following up with me.
I 100% agree. I don't know, and I feel like I have so many people in my life that I just am constantly reaching out to, trying to make the plan, or if something like that did get missed, like, I'm like, oh, let's do that thing. People just don't reply, ever. And then they'll randomly come out of the woodwork one day and you're just like, oh, hello, like, where did you come from? And I'm like, not calling anyone in particular out, but it honestly is across, ooh, me.
No,
like, and even Ash, like, sometimes I go days and days and days without hearing from her, but you know, like, we are close enough for me to understand why.
Dramatic girl.
No, it's true though. Like, you know, we were talking about this the other day, like, Ash has been experiencing quite a bit of burnout lately, and she just could not bear the thought of replying to text messages. I'm a spammer, especially, like, not to everybody, but especially Ash and my boyfriend, my mum, like, my closest people. I'm like, hello, love me, like, listen to my ideas and my brain dumps.
My quiet modes are like 2 days.
But then you call, right?
But then I always call.
She
I'm
always
like, hey,
calls.
girl,
and, like, I think that's the thing.
Here.
Like,
but, like, people know, like, just say, hey, I don't have capacity in my life. It's all about capacity. It's all about looking at your glass and knowing that if your glass is already at the very max top, you then cannot take anyone else's, you know, stuff to then further fill up that glass. Like, you need to find your nice balance. You need to do what you need to do first before you can, you know, fill up your own cup before you can fill up other people's.
yeah.
You can't do that. It's a glass. I don't know if that's a good analogy to do the glass full or the glass empty.
Yeah, no. Well, it's kind of like how when you're on a plane, if there's like a crash, you put your own mask on before you put someone else's mask on, like that sort of thing. Like, always look out for yourself first.
The water analogy, it's just like you've got to fill up your cup before you can't. Anyway. Bro, my brain.
No, I kind of get what you're trying to say. No, if your cup is currently overfilling, your bucket is literally like water is spilling out. If somebody else is coming to you or like trying to make plans with you, you have no time, or they've got an issue, you've already got your own issues to deal with. If they pour their water on top of your bucket, you're going to overfill and spill everywhere. And that's when you're going to have, you know, anxiety or not feel great, burnout, etc., etc. But I think that the difference between being a good friend and a bad friend, not to say anyone's a bad friend, this is not a specific thing, but you just need to tell your friends what's going on. Like, you don't have to tell them details and be like, oh my God, all this is happening. But just a quick little text message. Hey, I know that you've been trying to contact me. I know that you've been trying to call lately. I really want to catch up soon. I've got a lot going on right now. Like, literally say whatever you want and just say like, I'm sorry, I love you, and we'll talk soon. I'll reach back out when I can. And then reach back out. Don't wait for them to contact you. I don't know.
Yeah. That's the thing. I don't feel like a lot of people have that anymore.
And it's really sad. I just feel like we're living in a time where people, it's almost like very like take and never give. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, people just don't think about other people.
It's suitable to me whenever it is.
Yes.
You know? Like, I'm not going to go out the extra mile to make that effort with you because I can't be bothered.
And it's just sad because I feel like so many people would have beautiful friendships or like people in their lives. Like, I get people, you know, you move away, you get busy, like we're all, especially like navigating this early stages of 20s, like at our age, like we're all constantly evolving and things change at a rapid pace, and like it is a really, really hard, busy time of life, and like we're not really like super set in particular routines or anything yet, but like I don't know. I just feel like it's not that hard. We've all got phones. You can send a text message.
But as soon as it comes around for your birthday, like that person's birthday, oh, God forbid, heaven forbid if you aren't there posting on Instagram about it, showing up to birthday parties, buying that gift, like, it's like, fuck off.
I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't realize that I needed to talk about this so bad. Like,
it's been bothering me so bad lately. And I'm like sitting here sometimes and I'm like, am I needy? Like, am I a bad friend? Am I being pushy? I don't know. But then like, there just gets a point where you're just like, far out. Like, I cannot reach out to this person anymore. Like, oh my God, I've got friends that I love them dearly. And if I saw them, it's like, we'll pick up where we left off from. Like, that's great. But it's like, you can't even make a plan with them because they never open your message. I don't know. And it's just, it's not me saying like this is a dig. Like I said, once again, preface, like if I got my friend out there that's not replying, you should reply. I'm crying about it. No, I'm kidding.
But then I look at that and
just
I'm
reply.
like, are they going to even be the kind of people that support your
podcast.
business and
Like,
support
will you
your
hear
podcast?
this?
Are they? Really? Really, are they? Are they never going to... Do we need to make this into like a clip to put on in our Instagram stories so that people go, oh, who the hell is that about?
Literally.
Maybe it is about you.
It's sad. And it is interesting though, sometimes when I do hear people reach out about things we've said on the podcast, it's always people I never expected to hear it. And I'm like, oh my God, like that was not for you, but thank you so much for reaching out. Like there are people that have, I mean, we did the long distance episode recently and we were talking about like the ways you got to stay connected with your friends when you are a long distance friendship. And I had someone reach out and make a call to me and like make like for a good amount of time, they were like, I'm so sorry that I haven't reached out. And I was like, thank you so much. Like, I really appreciate that. And we're not using this platform to call our friends out and be like, contact me. But I don't know. It's not just me. I've seen some stuff on TikTok lately. Like, my roommate that I live with was telling me about how she's just feeling like a sense of overwhelm from social media and like being able to be contacted so often. And like, a lot of people procrastinate replying to text messages. And this is another thing. I think this is also like an anxious thing. But if there's a message that you like, you want to put effort into replying to, so you leave it until you're ready to reply to it, and suddenly it's been 2 weeks and you haven't replied to that person and now you feel guilty, so you just never reply to them. And I think that that's something that a lot of people go through. So I sit there and wonder, oh, do I have friends that have seen my message and wanted to put in effort to reply, but then it just gets missed eventually? Like, I don't know. It's just...
I guess that's kind of hard, and then it also comes into work-life balance as well.
Yeah.
Making sure that, you know, you're dividing your time evenly enough to not feel overwhelmed and like feel like your friends are a chore. Because a lot of people, especially in wintertime, like when it comes to summer and everyone's going to events, wanting to wear like the smallest outfits in the world, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know when people want to go out and party and socialise and look good and feel good and take photos, be on Instagram, I feel like when people want that, they're replying. Like, they're there, they're showing up, they're doing what they need to do. But then when it's winter, like, I feel like people become very selfish and then look at the whole, oh, to spend time with you, it's a chore. I have to go out of my way.
No, I completely agree with that, especially like for Ash being in Sydney, like it's a lot colder. I know when I was in Sydney, like I found it really hard to get out and about during winter because all you want to do is go home and be in your bed, especially when it gets dark. Like I fully get it. Like it's just a weird one. I'm so curious to know what other people think. So if you are listening to this episode and you're thinking a really similar thing at the moment, or if you're the friend that's not replying and like you have a thought process of why it's happening. Like I'm so curious to know like why it is happening so broadly across the board. Because I have this conversation with, you know, friends at work and things like that. Like it's not just my social circle. It seems to be everyone's. And I did see, my roommate actually, she sent me in an interesting TikTok about it the other day. This girl was talking about how it's completely okay to feel overwhelmed by your phone. Humans weren't meant to be accessible 24/7. Like we've never had this digital era until now. Like the fact that our phones, like someone can call you in the middle of the night, like that was never a thing in the whole human existence until now, especially like worldwide. People across the country or the other side of the world can contact you anytime that they want, which honestly is quite crazy. Like I feel like the human brain was not maybe meant to be in contact with so many people because, you know, we are meant to live in our real world, in our real pockets, like back in the village days. Not really, but like we are the first people to go through this. So it's interesting. Like, I wonder how it does impact the brain, like evolution, if you start to get sciencey, but it would have an impact on us, you know? So I don't know. It's like,
you've also got to take measurements, like preventive measures. But then I look at that and then you have to take your own preventative measures to, you know, turn off notifications for Instagram, turn off notifications to, you know, if you're someone that uses Messenger or WhatsApp or Snapchat or whatever it is, like, or even group chats, like if you feel overwhelmed by it, like the mute button is your best friend sometimes.
Yeah, I agree. Because then it means that people can still contact you, but you can open it and look at it when you're ready.
Honestly, even for individual people, that sometimes just overwhelming too much where I'm like...
Me?
Anyway. No, but like, sometimes... it's okay, like, if you've got a friend that's, like, a little bit high energy or you feel like you know, you want to match the conversation, or that you do want to like really be there and like be engrossed in a conversation and not be accessed all the time, like it's not bad to mute people. Like, do it for your own mental health, do it for your own well-being. I have so many chats that have been muted. I am still a Snapchat user. I feel like people are like, that's a whole different topic. But yeah, do you guys still use Snapchat? Because I still love it. Like, I love to be like, this is what I'm up to, this is what I'm doing, like, this is like a check-in. I just love, because I'm like a voice memo girl and I'm a video kind of girl. So for me, it's super easy, and I don't hate texting, but it's so much easier for me to like talk. Obviously I have a fucking podcast, like like no wonder this bitch loves to talk. But I'm gonna get a lot of bleeps in this episode. I've been going off tonight anyway. But yeah, like Instagram, I don't have a single, like I don't ever have notifications going off on Instagram. Facebook,
good,
who even uses Facebook anymore?
I open it like once in a blue moon to check on the aunties and uncles, and then that's about it.
Check on the distant family members.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, ooh, what's grandma up to?
I'm not really, I don't know. I don't really have it on for really
I feel like my main social media
and emails. The emails are not on.
Nah, emails is like you have to be like ready to check an email. I don't know.
You guys need me, just FaceTime me straight away. I'll answer.
Ash will answer. Absolutely.
I'll answer.
I mean, she hangs up on me quite often, but that's okay.
Oh my god, it sounds so mean towards Kelly today. When do I hang up on you?
All the time.
If I switch you to my iPad... Oh my god,
okay,
she's
to be
lying.
Fair, though,
she's literally lying to you guys.
Okay, no. Okay, 8
We're on
times out of 10,
right now.
Ash will
I'll be
answer
careful if I were you.
She hangs up on me. No, I was going to say though, with Snapchat, I was going to like quickly come back to that one. I'd like to talk about social media a little bit more in depth again soon, but Snapchat's a weird one because obviously it was one of the first ones that we ever had as like, I was about to say 7-year-olds. Year 7, like when we first started high school, it was like the first kind of thing that we ever used.
Kik. We had Kik.
Oh my god, Kik!
Oh my god, remember when you'd message like old men on that, Keely?
Omegle!
Keely would always talk to really old men on Kik.
I definitely did not do that. I don't know where you're getting this from.
Yes, you did.
I did not. That sounds so sketchy. Oh my god. No. But
you know
people,
how you
random people,
fake accounts and like old men would be like, hey.
Definitely not old men, but I was not getting sugar daddies in year 7. No, but Kik was a scary one because we were growing up in an era where like these weirdos were just using, you know, Omegle and Snapchat and Kik to contact literal children. And as I got older, I didn't realize how bad it was. Like Omegle? That shit? Oh my god. I saw some things, man. I saw some things.
Fuck.
Send me a DM if you relate. But seriously, like, it's just so funny because we've gone through such a weird, like, era of social media. But I was going to say with Snapchat, like, I feel like we always used to use it for, like, just sending our friends streaks. And then, like,
Do you have streaks?
No.
Okay, I'm going to open my phone right now. I'm going to tell you guys I have a streak.
She's got streaks.
I do. I still have
Ash
streaks.
does love Snapchat, though. Like, that's her thing. I don't think it's a good or bad thing.
I've got like 7 streaks. Like, come on.
Okay,
But like, they're like my close
say,
friends.
If a boy is asking you for a Snapchat from Tinder, in the club, if he's asking you for your Snapchat, you say no. That man is a man-child. He probably doesn't even know who's on his Snapchat. He doesn't know who you are. He's got 20 other girls lined up ready to Snapchat his selfies to. It's conversationless. There's nothing happening there. If it's not a phone number, he's a red flag.
It also depends on age.
Different story.
Like, I feel like we're 23 now. I feel like, I mean, I'm in a committed relationship, but if I was to get approached and like if I was single, if I was like, I would literally be like, no, I actually use Kik instead. Would you? Okay, streaks, guys. Keely, guess what my highest streak is?
1,528.
No, oh my god, that's like 1,092 days.
Oh wow, I was up there with the 1,000.
Oh my god, how cute! I feel like it's too good to be true, and I've paid the $2 to keep it alive.
Oh my god, you have not.
Yeah, because I was overseas, and time zones were cooking me. But
I actually do want to say one more thing about Snapchat while we're on this topic. It was really funny because I almost deleted Snapchat because I just literally never used it. I never opened anything, but then I realized and caught on that I wasn't hearing from Ash ever because she obviously didn't like text messages. So I started strategically sending her things on Snapchat, and I realized she would actually reply. And I was like, oh my God, wow, I cracked the code. I just have to Snapchat her. So I actually ended up keeping it. This was probably like 2 months ago. And I deleted pretty much everybody off Snapchat that I wasn't talking to. Like my friends that use Snapchat or send me videos quite often or live overseas, I've kept them on there. But it made me laugh because when I met my boyfriend, I realized that he was a Snapchatter. But I kept him off my Snapchat for like the first month of us meeting and dating. Because like I was like, I don't use Snapchat. Nah, I'm not a Snapchat. If you want to talk to me, you can call me. Like I was like so like anti-Snapchat. But I don't know, like a couple months ago when I realized about Ash and my boyfriend only using Snapchat to talk, I was like, whatever, like I'll keep it for them. And now I'm a Snapchat user again. You've like, I've gone full circle.
Keely and Keely's boyfriend. He doesn't even have a name. He's nameless. He's just Keely's boyfriend. We've got a three-way Snapchat. Oh, wait, let me finish. But we've got a three-way Snapchat group chat. Anyway, that sounds real sus. There's nothing weird that goes on in
really
there.
Funny. I haven't really heard from him on Snapchat very often lately. Like when he was in Europe, he was sending me like videos of stuff every day, and I was like, oh, I'm sure this is going to the whole Snapchat, everybody. But I haven't really heard from him much lately, and he's been sending the most random shit of his day into this group chat with me and Ash. Like he's like showing us the back of his retainer, like showing us like his truck at work. Like
so bad. With context, there was conversations that went into it, people. I don't know, I'm a visual conversationalist. I feel like I need more mental stimulation. But yeah, no, so Keely has cracked the code. You make it sound like I never, ever, ever reply to you. I do. I just get overwhelmed. I wake up each morning and I've already got my good morning text at 5 a.m. I've gotten my hope you've eaten breakfast today. I've gotten are you on your lunch break? I've gotten every single text message. If you're wondering the status of my relationships, I've got a boyfriend, I've got a girlfriend. It's Keely.
Oh my God, that's actually really funny. No, I've always said Keely, I feel like Ash and I are married.
Maybe we'll clickbait you guys with that's our new thing. I feel like I'm just loving the clickbait titles. Keely and I are now in a relationship, guys.
Ash and I have actually made it official. We're dating.
That's gonna be weird. I don't think we can do that. That's gonna be so bad. Anyway, if this ends up being the title, that is funny.
I actually sometimes do laugh though, because I'm just like, we've spoken about this before, but Ash and I have always been a package deal. But sometimes it does feel like we're in a relationship because I'm so needy. I tell her every single thing about my day. Like when we hang out, we're like, ooh, cuddles on the couch. Like, I don't know, we're like ultimately the closest you could be. We've seen too much of each other.
Keely just is in love with me, guys. I just cannot. She's like a little leech.
Okay, girl. When we were in year 12, I think it was just after we finished high school, we went on like this little trip that was meant to be like our schoolies. We went to like say a music festival and things like that. It was our first festival. We were so excited, and we were like, oh my God, we should buy matching Pandora rings to like commemorate the occasion. And Ash proposed to me in a car park with my Pandora ring.
Oh yeah. And then I lost it, and then you got really mad at me, and then I pretended that I knew where it was for a really long time.
You've lost it? Not gonna lie, I don't know what mine is either, but we could get new ones.
I thought you knew that.
Anyway, I don't even know where this conversation came from, but I was very passionate about how I feel about this. But long story short, I just think reply to your friends. I don't know, like, don't feel pressured to be accessible all the time, but maybe just reply to your friends.
That's so funny because we just put an episode out being like, is it really that hard to pick up the phone for the long distance one? So I don't know. Anyway, guys, stay off social media if it's like negative for your mental health. We do want to talk about social media a little bit further down the track because I feel like we've done a TikTok episode and we loved that, but I feel like there's just like a little bit more where we want to deep dive into. Yeah, want to deep dive into a bit more to do with that. But if it's negative for you, sit back and kind of look at it and go, what can I do to make the most out of this for my mental well-being? And like, when can I step away? Time limits. I love time limits.
No, I agree. It's good because then it reminds you when you've been on it for way too long. I was going to say, I also just think when it comes to going on your phone, I feel like people probably go wrong when they go on it to like doom scroll on TikTok, and then they start to feel overwhelmed because they've wasted time on their phone. I just feel like it's a case of, like, we've been talking about routine and prioritizing stuff like lately, but genuinely, like, sometimes you have to just be really intentional and go, I'm going on my phone for 10 minutes. I'm replying to X, Y, and Z people. I'm going to try and make plans with this friend I haven't seen in ages, if you can, or like even just check in on people and then just turn your phone off. Maybe check on it the next day to see if they replied. Like, I don't know. It's just so weird. Like, maybe it's just because I'm getting older and I'm not used to my friends being so busy and having lives. I don't know. Maybe I'm just jealous. But I just, sometimes I want to hang out with y'all.
I love you, Cookie. I'm always here for you.
I love you. Actually, speaking of which, one last thing in this catch up. Ash and I actually finally got to catch up, like, last week.
Oh my God, yes!
I forgot about this.
Wait, okay, yeah. We were going to record an episode, but then we thought, what's the point in doing that? Because it's, like, you guys wouldn't be able to see us regardless.
Yeah, literally.
So, and we didn't really have, like, we usually are pretty organised and we have got, like, episode topics that we have planned. But we just were we're just going to freeball it. But we ended up having the best night. We went and got Thai food. What did we even do? I think we just chatted. We made some TikToks. So if you want to see us, run amok on TikTok. They were really cute. And we just caught up. It was so good to see each other.
It was wholesome.
It was so nice.
We realised, I didn't even realise, but we hadn't seen each other since the first week of April. It had nearly been, like, right now it's been 3 months since the last time I saw Ash, except for, like, last week. Which, that's honestly probably one of the longest times we've gone without seeing each other. I mean, maybe other than, like, COVID times a long time ago. But, like, we had not realised it had been so long. And I didn't, like, we'd filmed a whole season so far without seeing each other once. And it just honestly blew my mind because I was like, I feel like I see you every single week. How have we not seen each other? But it was so much fun, and I'm so glad we, like, finally got to catch up. And I'm going to see her again soon. So, yeah,
really
I missed you.
Oh, I missed you too, my girl. It was good to see you. But it doesn't feel like it. Like, I picked you up from the airport and I just was like, this is really dramatic. I was like, I feel like I see you every single day, but it was still like,
we needed our dramatic moment.
It has been a while. But, so the band was back together for one night only, and then she ditched me for her boyfriend.
And I left. I'm so sorry.
No, honestly, it's so
Next
bad. They
time.
made me wake up so early the next day, and I was dying. Girl, it's literally 10 p.m. now. I don't know where the time's gone.
We've been recording for nearly an hour.
We actually have, so I think we might wrap up here.
We might, like, just leave you guys alone.
But no, I feel like it's been good to catch up, chit-chat.
We love these episodes.
It's nice. Honestly, it's nice. Sometimes I feel like we've got great quality and, like, great content to give out to you guys, and advice and hacks and tips and tricks. Like, I feel like we've got good value most of the time when we're not talking shit. So honestly, sometimes it's nice just to not have anything to talk about and to, come back to the whole FaceTiming your best friend part of the season, since we are apart. But I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. Because we talk every single day, so it's not, well, almost. But yeah, it's nice to have
This is a good chat.
The little IT goers come in and watch our FaceTime. I don't know, be in on it. I feel like we need a community name. Instantly yours. I feel like I've said that so much. Because you're Keely, I'm Ashley. They can be instantly yours.
Oh, instant Leigh. That's kind of cute.
Instantly. Oh, that's cute. Because, okay, yeah, my real name, plot twist, I've got Leigh, and so does Keely, Leigh.
That's so cute. The instantlies. Anyway, time for bed. Moving on.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Love you, miss you, really want to kiss you. Hope you guys have the best slumber of your lives.
No, I hope you have the best day or night, or if you're in another country, the best whatever time it is.
Oh, yeah. So that's the other part. Stay tuned over the next few weeks for something exciting. You'll see our announcements happening, but I don't know, guys. We're having some really amazing guests on. I know we had amazing guests on the first season, but yeah, it's nice to see us evolve and change and really be able to give you guys a bunch of different perspectives from, being in your 20s, being on the journey. Anyway, we're trying to wrap up this episode, but we love you so, so, so much. We will be back. I'm delirious. But we love you so much. We will be back next week at 7 a.m. on a Monday.
7 a.m.
Love you.
Good night.
Bye.